Priya Shah is on the line. She is the founder and executive director at The Simple Good. She's known for triggering social consciousness to challenge barriers and empower communities from the inside out. As a Chicago creative and entrepreneur, she has built a network of artists and collaborators dedicated to igniting social awareness and change through art and imagination. Shah began volunteering in developing countries at a young age, which inspired her to fill the gap between business and the social sector. Shah's passion for art and travel has fueled her purpose to help better communities in Chicago and around the world. Through her experience, Shah has developed a unique perspective on humanity and believes that it is her responsibility to engage communities in need. Her purpose took shape when she founded The Simple Good, a nonprofit with the mission to connect the meaning of good from around the world, empowering youth to become positive activists through art and discussion. By uniting communities under a universal truth, Shah hopes to bridge understanding across all walks of life in order to bring down obstacles separating us and working towards improving the lives of our children and, in turn, our future. Shah was nominated for Forbes 30 Under 30 and is also a speaker with the Peace is Loud Bureau, who promotes female changemakers promoting peace around the world. So, with that, welcome, Priya.
Hi, Brittany. How's it going?
So good. It's so good to see you. I think this is the first time we're meeting in person,
Yeah, yeah.
quote unquote.
Yeah.
Oh, man, how are you?
Good, good. Yeah, just kind of, we have a big fundraiser that we're getting ready after the holiday weekend. So it's been nice to gather and still be working towards a really big, cool celebration that we'll be doing next week. So.
Oh, that's awesome. Well, please share a little bit, like, where can people find out more about the fundraiser? We definitely want to put a plug in here for you since we're
Thank
live.
you. Yeah, so we're having our first virtual fundraiser called City of Big Dreams, where we're going to celebrate the simple good of Chicago by uniting the artist community from all around the world. So it takes off, it's a fundraising festival this year. So it launches on Monday, November 30th, and it goes through the 3rd. And it closes with the finale of where we're going to do a virtual screening of our documentary for the first time. And so it'll be a private preview of a film that's coming out about us called Project Building Hope. So you guys can see a little bit more about the story of our work and things that we've been able to do both locally and internationally, and how we continue to try to push hope through our work. So yeah, I would love for all of you guys to attend. We have a huge silent auction, which is incredible. Like, I want to bid on all this stuff. And it's going to launch on Monday. So I'm trying to hold back, but yeah, you guys get first dibs for sure. But it's all at cobd2020.eventbrite.com. And you can RSVP and get all the info there.
Awesome. Well, thank you for sharing. That's exciting. Well, you do so much work with students, and you basically share the phenomena that focusing on things that are good. What I mean, it could be super simple, and creating artwork out of that is a way to really do a number of things. It helps people focus on good, and it promotes positivity as an environment. But it also, and having watched a few of your videos in the past and having talked with you, it seems like a little while ago now, it helps behavior as well.
Mhm.
And it also builds community. So just to kind of give people a little recap, that that's a little bit of what Priya does. She encourages that. So that being said, you encourage the focus on good. um how do you encourage good and gratefulness, especially now in this distant society?
I mean, I think it's even more critical more than ever right now, right? We're forced to slow down, and it actually makes it easier to see what we do have if we choose to see it. And that's really what we're teaching right now is that, yes, there are a lot of reminders of negativity, but the good that's always existed around us continues to exist within us and around us. And it's our duty to acknowledge that and see how we can amplify that to not only better our own environments, but also our community and our larger world and impact how we decide to, really make an impact on our community. And the importance of really finding the simple good in our lives and being grateful for these assets that are always present around us is that it also helps shape our identity, right? We are all born with assets that are true to us that help make us better people and also help us make a better world for ourselves and the people around us that we love. And it's our duty to be able to flourish that into the world, especially right now when there are so many reminders of negativity and loss of hope. And so it is something that we're really teaching our kids about the importance of finding good so we can promote hope. And by promoting hope, we promote possibility in order for us to get out of this time in a better place.
Yeah. How are you doing that now? I mean, in a practical sense. Are you all hopping on a Zoom call? Like, what does that look like?
Yeah, so we do social emotional learning and mindfulness-based arts residency programs with different schools and nonprofits across Chicago and pre-COVID internationally too. And now what that looks like is that we are going virtual. So we are hopping on a virtual classroom every week or a Zoom call every week with our students and still carrying out the program, but just kind of behind a computer. And what we found is actually it's even more powerful right now because kids are looking for coping skills. We all are looking for coping skills, right? We're all looking for ways to process this time and moment and how we can be a part of it in a better way. And so the engagement and the intention has been so beautiful and refreshing that there is a huge issue with e-learning right now, but to see despite that our kids are logging on like looking to speak about hope and looking to create it during this time has been so powerful and a testament to our work. I think that this is something that is needed not only all the time, but especially at a time when there's so much uncertainty and youth are so ready to dive in and make a change and dive in and see what their place is. And so to give them the opportunity to do that is so critical right now, right? Because they are the ones that are going to start leading us in a few years. So equipping them with the tools that they need to do that so that we're all in a better place is just so important. So it's been really exciting to be able to have that engagement within this moment.
Oh, that's really cool. So, what does gratefulness mean to you, Priya?
Gratefulness means to me being able to see the good even within our obstacles, right? We have things and adversity and things that we always have to navigate every single day. But within that same frame and lens, that good is still riding right next to it. And so being grateful is having that acknowledgement of the hope that exists within everything that we have to go through. And by acknowledging the good, that's how we acknowledge the hope that we are going to overcome and be resilient through that journey, right? So that's what gratitude is to me. It's like acknowledging the good, no matter what the context is, so we can use that as a vehicle to move forward and be resilient.
Mhm. So it's hope, it's resilience, it's always recognizing it alongside even the negativity. That
Yeah.
that that is good. Yeah, I like
Mhm.
that.
Yeah, I think, as humans, we have a negativity bias, right? We're always like going towards the bad. And it's important for us to understand that that is not all of it, right? There is always some positive light that continues to exist. Always, and it's not always bad. And it's our duty to develop a skill to always find that, right? And that's what we will use to carry to allow us to overcome. So yeah, I think that's really what it means to me, and it's something that even during this time, when there is so much uncertainty, running a nonprofit, running a startup, like the schools, everything. It's really helped me as well to stay very positive and hopeful. And that's why we're still here, right? So we have to do that for ourselves so that we are able to uplift others as well.
Mhm. One thing you mentioned while you were just now speaking, it reminded me of what I introduced this conversation with. It's developing the skill. And it's not just meant for, you know, Thanksgiving, for us to, be grateful just during Thanksgiving or just
Mhm.
during the holidays. It's meant to be a practice.
Mhm.
So I think that's really, really cool that your nonprofit, The Simple Good, is just dedicated to the practice of focusing on what is good, what is positive. Uh, so my last question to you, Priya, is, well, what are you grateful for right now?
Mm, I'm grateful for so much. I'm so grateful that we're able to still do this work, and grateful for, the amount of vibrations we've been able to feel because of it, right? When you do our gratitude, have gratefulness, and you do show and acknowledge positivity that's around you, other people feel it, right? And that is something that you can witness and see the power of around you. And it really changes your environment, right? Your safety, your feeling of comfort, who you are in the place of the world. And I'm just so happy that I still have, these like positive notions that exist around me within a time where it's very hard for folks, right? And I'm grateful I am still in a healthy place that I can exude, this work and continue to promote that and bring that to other people. So yeah, I mean, I'm so grateful for so much. So I could keep going on. Right now, yeah, just kind of the fact of being able to be is just something I'm very grateful for.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, in addition to the gratefulness practice that I've been trying to be consistent with and maintain in a practice, is just being mindful. Taking a moment to say, how am I? What am I doing? How am I being in this particular situation? And um, it's a simple thing to just do a check in. Just do a check in and acknowledge those things and just be. And to your point, after you start reflecting, it especially on what you're grateful for, it just kind of starts overflowing. And you're like, man, I'm just really grateful. This is really great. And it continues and it continues and it continues. So yeah, I
Mhm.
definitely empathize with what you're talking about, especially right now. So with that, thank you so much, Priya. I
Mhm.
really am happy to have just had you on the show, got to see you in person,
Yeah.
video for the first time. But I'm really excited about what you're doing, and good luck on the event next week.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me. And I encourage all of you guys to follow our work. Our kids are powerful and inspiring and remind you of gratitude. So we always try to post their simple good stories. If you guys follow us on at the Simple Good or thesimplegood.org, you'll get to get that gratefulness all the time from them. So yeah, hope you guys can join us next week. And thank you for having me, Brittany.
Yes, thank you.